As a look does go long and over the top to Foxcroft. This set, Prendergast picks up, goes into the in-goal area. Skinner try to keep up with him and links up out on the right-hand side of the field. Flicks it around behind the beer. Well, that is unbelievable. Zanika Tanamu plays it, fifth and final touch. Tanamu takes him on herself. Yeah. In tonight's round 5 fixtures to set up their run home in this year's competition. Scott McAllister and Kai Leggett with you in commentary this evening for 2 big matches on the card, starting with the defending champions in the women's, the University of Queensland Rebels taking on the Gold Coast. And what about this one for our second match, a grand final replay from last year's men's Premier Grade competition, the Country Club Colts taking on the UQ Rebels. 2 quality matches tonight. Kai, let's focus on our opening match in the women's. It's been a little bit of a shaky start for the UQ Rebels. You can see them on the table there. They're sitting in third. They've ticked all the boxes so far. A win, a loss, a draw, a bye. They'll be looking for another victory tonight here in round 5.
Yeah, Rebels have got the full house there at the moment by the looks of things. But as you say, mate, we're halfway through the season. There's a lot of games to come left, and obviously they'll be looking for a win tonight and obviously chalk another one up in the win column, but it'll definitely be a good game to watch, that's for sure.
Gold Coast still searching for that first victory to kickstart their campaign. They've been in matches, though. They've shown a lot of promise. This is another big test for them tonight.
That's right, and you know, we cast back a couple of weeks ago when they were playing Country Club as well. They really hung in that fight, and even last week with Brothers, you know, they were thereabouts, and they're showing really, really good fight, as you mentioned, and this will be another good test for them tonight. A
little bit light on for numbers tonight. The UQ Rebels missing a few players. They're coached by Renee Murphy and Leisha Thuard. Just named the Queensland Women's Open State of Origin coach as well for the first time. So congratulations to Leish. Take a look at the Gold Coast lineup for tonight. Michaela Mulholland on debut. Congratulations to her making her premier debut. Their coach Lauren Dayberg-Muir. Plenty of promise in this team lineup, and we'll take a look at the key player matchup for tonight as well. And one of their superstar players, which we'll take a look at, Shatali Mooney-Stack. Still very young, but she's probably the one that they're going to be looking to tonight.
Absolutely, mate. I think with that obviously experience last year, and coming into a new team this year, she'll be looking to make her grounding with this team and really put the pressure on a very good Rebels team.
And Beck my, what else can you say about this superstar? Probably one of the best players in the country, if not the world, at the moment. She's coming off the back of a World Cup campaign with the Aussie Emus. She is a phenomenal player.
That's right. Trans-Tasman in there as well. And, you know, when you talk about stacked resumes, she's right up there with one of them as well.
We have a huge match to follow, our Women's Premier match, grand final replay. This is a game, Kai. As soon as you see the draw release, you see grand final. We took them on last year. Country Club getting the biscuits last year, and what a performance it was in the grand final from them, knocking off the UQ Rebels. Rebels will be looking for a little bit of redemption here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. It was very good viewing from the dead ball line, that was for sure, after our grand final. But yeah, Country Club been very, very strong the last couple of seasons, and obviously coming up against a good team tonight in the Rebels, but obviously hopefully Country Club side of things will be able to repeat the grand final.
Yeah, so in the women's here, the Rebels coming off a 5-4 victory last round against the Colts. They had that 4-all draw versus Brothers the round before, and 2-4 loss against the Storm to open up on round 1. Brothers, Gold Coast, I should say, took on Brothers last round. We saw them on the live screen coverage on KO Sports and Sky Sports Next. They went down 4-9 to Brothers. Gallant performance again. Their first halves have been good. They've been in the grind. They've been in the game. They just haven't been able to put a whole performance together as of yet in the first 5 rounds. 4 rounds, I should say.
And that's right. You know, I do expect them to come out exactly how they came out last week, as well as the starting siren goes in the background. Definitely look for them to come out of the gates quick and really set the tempo, but I mean, really anything can happen against this UQ Rebels team.
Big shout out to our on-field referee, Jordan Randall, who just got us underway. Birthday boy today. It is his birthday. I don't know how old he is these days. That beard's starting to throw me off a little bit.
Deceiving, isn't it?
Yeah, 42 to 43. I'll have a guess at that.
Take 20, but that's all right.
Here we go. Gold Coast. First possession for them. See how they can kickstart this game off. Looking to, little ball there and play the ball. And the birthday boy, he's not going to miss that one today. He's on.
Does not.
He's on nice and early. Little mistake there from the coast. And straight to work here for the Rebels. Nice and direct on the first 3 touches. There's starting 6 players remaining on the field. Tiani Bryce plays it. Will get herself in half. Picks up. Comes off that left foot. Nice defence though in the middle. Took him all the way down to the 7-metre line. Pretty good footy from both teams there.
It's a great set of 6, yeah, coming out of their line, really those first 2 touches, as we've spoken about the last couple of weeks, really giving that momentum forward and, you know, first set finishing in their 7. It's a good start.
Gold Coast now over on the right-hand side of the field. They get some changes out onto the park. Nice punch coming out of the box. Good contact, though, on the last touch from Donovan. And Haig will throw the dummy and finish the set off. Also winning the early territory battle, starting position for their set. As Bryce glides across the park and plays it on the 10-metre line. An opportunity to get up and put some pressure on here, the Gold Coast, as the Rebels still making changes. They get themselves into position. Mai gets them out of trouble. Here's Beck again, picks up short ball, opens up for them, and they come across and make the touch. In the end, little danger signs there on the back end of the set for the Rebels.
There was, and as we were talking about at the start of that game there, Rebecca Maimai really leading the play out of that box there. Got them into a really good position in that last set and then just found the legs, and Gold Coast defended that really well.
Nice little show and go. Bit of speed coming through there from Ella Watkins. She was good last week as well, in a match against Brothers. Chasing now as Mai goes across the field. A bit flat here, the Rebels. They get over the halfway line now. Blade from half. Oh, little short ball. Wasn't sure whether the dummy hold it. Gives it to Mai. He gets himself into half now. Skips lovely ball out in front. Equally good defence coming across to make the touch. They're having to work in defence on their line at the moment, the Gold Coast, but they're getting bodies into position to make that touch.
That's right, and look, credit to Gold Coast. They are defending really, really well at the moment. They're definitely shutting down those longer plays that they have, and just an unfortunate mistake there going towards the sub-box, but gives Rebels a definite chance to put the first one on the scoreboard.
Yeah, it was a tough one. You just knew they had to get the ball down on the ground when it's bobbling, juggling.
There's lots going on in the first 5 minutes.
There's a lot going on there. First real good opportunity with a full set of 6 to work with down this end of the field here for the Rebels. They're making changes, so they'll burn touches. Ashurst back out onto the park, as is Tiani Bryce. Here's Ashurst again. Still plays not quite into position. All of a sudden, this is coming into the last. Now Bryce takes off and falls apart from it. It's a really interesting one. We're starting to see that quite a bit now, where you get that really good field position. All of a sudden, the whole team comes off. They just burnt through 3, 4, 5 touches and had no flow coming into the last.
Yeah, that's right. And it's just unfortunate, really. You got to really make that snap decision early at the halfway line, which is where they had the ball and off the tap. And now, obviously, because of them missing the set, they've given a Gold Coast a chance to roll into the line.
And the penalty comes as well.
And it's that split decision, as I said back here. You know, like it only takes one mistake, and it unfortunately gives them a penalty at the other end as they go short side.
Nice footwork from Watkins. They're going to point to the spot here. They're just confirming whether the touch has been made. Yes, touch has been made. Just when you see that Lavery finger start pointing to the ground, you think something's on the way.
It's a worry.
Just confirming the touch has been made, and the call came. Now we see the penalty given away.
That's 2 on the line now.
So all of a sudden it's swung back towards the Gold Coast now. They're attacking the line. As Tegan Haig comes back and plays it on the 7. Watkins is hovering around. Isdale. It is Watkins, gets it. She's got fast feet. Beautiful little short ball off the hip, punching through a lovely hole. They get the opening try on the board.
Gold Coast won now. That was, as we said at the start of the game, we knew they were going to come out and be very solid and play a good attacking brand of touch footy, and that's just a very good example there. Sweeper short side, and the link's just unfortunately shut there and left the hole wide open, and currently it's advantage Gold Coast.
And Keely Waipuka scoring the first try of the game. And the Gold Coast take the early lead. Happy to roll downfield at the moment, just shy of the 7. They pick up and go. Wow, slicing through. Blade links up with Maimai, who spills it over the line. Well, it was there.
That was the one. That was it. They would have had us at 1-1. It was just a great pick up and run from half, and had the middle change directions twice. And that's going to be really helpful for the Rebels there. Hopefully make a little bit more of a finish to this one.
Well, great back-to-back efforts there from Caitlin Blade. She was the one that sliced through. Blade's on the sweep. She's already carved them up once, puts the ball in the right hand this time and gets through. Well, she's everywhere at the moment, Caitlin Blade, and she gets the first try here to the Rebels.
That's it. Yeah, they've made up for that little netball pass in the back end there to make it back to 1-1 now. It's just a great sweeper on that long side, and that back middle was about 1.5 foot short, and just really good dive to get there from 4 or 5 out.
So the Rebels respond and lock us up. 1 try piece here in this round 5 women's premier match. Here's Mulherron. Gold Coast just looking to get some shape and set themselves up. Looking to go down the short side. They dummy back. Come back inside to Mulherron, who plays it. They get good contact again. Little juggle, still holds on to it. Ball hits the deck in the end. Little clunky that set there from the Coast.
It was, unfortunately, but it was really good defence as well from UQ, just to, I suppose, stand the girls up in the touch football and not give them that roll forward as they would have liked coming into the line. And but now UQ have really got that roll on 3rd touch and they're halfway.
They're going direct again through this set. Donovan finishes it off. It's been good defensive reads from the wingers tonight from the Coast. I know they've had to come in.
Yeah, they've been thereabouts, haven't they? They've been right in that lane and shutting if they need to, and it's good signs early.
Under a bit of pressure here, not punching too far forward on the first. Better meters there on the second. Just shy of the halfway line. Need to continue this flow. Back in towards the middle on the last touch. Haig takes off, goes down that short side. Don't mind that play. Forces the Rebels to go into their corner.
Absolutely. Keep it as far away from their box as possible. Give them the least possible chance, and unfortunately giving themselves a penalty there with a hard touch in the roll ball. But definitely gives Rebels now a chance. That's a well-earned penalty to go all the way up the end of the field.
Play's called offside here, and Donovan picks up huge meters down the sideline. Murphy feeds it from half. She'll get herself back into acting half, back to Murphy. Throws a nice ball to Maimai, gets it down cleanly. Takurai, beautiful hands from Maimai. Equally good defence from the Coast. Bit of everything from that set of 6 from both teams there.
Lots has happened in this first 10 minutes here. There's a bit going on, that's for sure.
It's a good game of footy between these teams, isn't it? It's reflected in the scoreboard, as I say that, the Coast and put the footy down, but it's just really back and forth, and no one's really able to get on top at the moment. The Gold Coast are responding nicely to these challenges that the Rebels are throwing at them.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, obviously, from their last week's efforts, you can see the definite improvement here, especially in their defence as well, as they look to throw a sweep alongside Maimai with the ball, and a great ball all the way at the wing. Unfortunately, put it down. They get the penalty reprieve there, gives them another set at the line.
Another whole set of 6. They haven't shied away from the challenge of defending their line so far tonight, the Coast. They're going to have to be on their toes here. Really pushing up hard off the line, which can leave you a little bit exposed. They got themselves back yet again. They'll look to reset. Got to come up and make the touch here in the 7, the Gold Coast. They do that now. Maimai stops, stutters, comes back into Murphy. Again, they make the touch. Last one as well. Forces the Rebels to come out to the 7-metre line. Maimai picks up. Last. And they comfortably defend it yet again.
Very well done, Gold Coast. That's very well done in defence there. To stop Maimai nearly 3 or 4 times at what she could have had 3 or 4 attacking chances there. So they get good meters down their side, get them an advantage. Very good Gold Coast at the moment on their line.
Waipuka just gets stood up there, but they do get the penalty. Oh, we're getting player called out here as well. Jordan Randall.
Is that enough on his birthday, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
He's laying the pee out of that one.
Forced substitution. He's getting cranky in his old age.
I didn't want to say it, but I'm glad someone did.
Here's Mulherron. Just look to get some shape. Here the coast. Watkins is hovering around yet again. This time it was there, wasn't it? Just a little bit extra mustard on. They compressed in defensively there on their line.
Every time they've done that 2 or 3 times now, and the first time that they did that, they've scored. So if they can keep running that play and bring that link in as far as they can, it leaves that winger wide open.
Good meters there from Teakle. Just getting on the outside of the Gold Coast defence. And the replacement players can flow off the back of it. Donovan, it was Ashurst who played it. Nicely held up there from Bryce, and she links off as well. Ball down over the line. Looked like may have just dived a fraction early, but the covering defence coming across.
Very good touch.
Made her do that. So, again, Gold Coast desperation to get across. They opened up for them down the left.
The same thing then, too. If she just had have taken that one little look inside, I think she had 3 Rebels players on the inside. It's just a bit unfortunate. Obviously, it's very hard when you're 2 metres away from the line and you can see the biscuits, but like it is what it is.
Here's Haig. Gets herself back into half. Right foot, nice ball out in front. Isdale was punching through the link hole. This is probably a step or 2 behind. Ball out in front as well. Be a forward pass signalled from Jordan Randall.
See what the birthday boy's on one this evening. Hasn't missed much at all.
No, never does. Eagle Eyes. Eagle Eyes aren't giving up on him in this old age. Sharp as attack. Now, Lockie Freshwater. Another very experienced referees. We've made mention of that in every single round. The quality of referees that these players get to have week after week.
It's a blessing, isn't it?
Absolutely. You can see their names on the screen. We've got 3 of the best yet again tonight. Here's Haig again in the middle. We go expansive early. Tough ball to reel in.
That was their chance, Gold Coast, then too. They had a mistake here from UQ on their 10-metre line and gave them 6 fresh touches as they came in, but I think it was only 3rd touch. They still had 3 touches up the sleeve.
What do you think in instances like that? We just see teams almost go robotic and just keep throwing it around for 5 touches and then just have that crack on the last time. If you see a little bit of space and it might only be 2nd or 3rd touch, do you still think it's worthwhile going for it?
Definitely. I think as we see here from last, that is a fantastic ball. It's definitely an option, especially if you can get up to the, from their 10, if you can get up to their anywhere in beside, the try line and their 7-metre line, it's definitely worth having a crack on 1st and 2nd. But I think it's also remembering that you've got 4 touches up your sleeve, so you don't want to waste it.
Nice and direct here from the coast. Oh, just probably a little bit caught in 2 minds there. Come in, do we stay down that side? Just lacking that little bit of polish at the moment, the GC, but they're getting themselves into good positions on the field.
That's right, yeah. They're giving them chances. God, this is great defence.
They've got to continue to flow off the back of this now. Placement players, and they get a late penalty as we see Lucia Folds bounce her way onto the field for the first time. Can't miss her tonight again. Bright pink boots on.
I didn't think I saw her in the first 15 minutes.
No, I think she's just arrived.
Wild card.
Yeah. Definitely kept the ace in the back pocket. And there she is. Out on the field now. Big inclusion now for the Rebels as Bryce comes off that right foot. Smack in front of the on-field referee, Lockie Freshwater. Danger signs there, and that's set of 6 for the Rebels, and they make them pay.
Yeah, it's great finishing off here by the Rebels. That sweep alongside and really taking that middle 2 different directions there, and it just gave them enough time to step back on the inside. And once again, they're diving from 4 or 5 metres out. I don't even think I have the confidence to do that these days, but they make it look too easy.
So Rebels in front. First time of the game as well. It's Gold Coast who scored first. UQ locked it back up. Now they're in front 2-1 on the Motorline BMW scoreboard. Just looking for options here. Nothing as of yet. McLaren, it's on the back foot.
Straighten
And
that up.
yeah, an incorrect play the ball. Not facing square.
Big 3 minutes here, I think, for both teams. UQ with the advantage as they come out of their line, but that could be the deciding mistake, that one there. I think this could be 2-2.
And a big 3 minutes, I think, particularly for the Gold Coast, because every game that we've called them, they've been in this exact position here as well. But they have managed to close out the half well. It's probably been the first 5 or 10 minutes in the second half that things have gone away from them. But it's important for them here to keep just grinding away and staying with the Rebels. They lock up the scores going into the halftime break. That's going to help. Pretty close there.
Good defence from Fields there. That's fourth touch. You've got to throw something at them now.
Here's McLaren. Plays it. And Watkins just gets caught out of position, but just puts a foot down on the gas straight away. And Haig off the ball did a great job. Blade did an even better one to stick with her. Good footy there. Both teams. Desperation as the half starts to wind.
That was very good touch football there to get through on last when there wasn't really much on with the play the ball. As UQ have really good exit set here, looking for a half. Could change either way now.
Here's Murphy, last touch. Again, we're still seeing Rebels players getting into position. They're throwing the footy around. Ball hits the ground. All right, let's see how the Coast get themselves downfield. A little bit flat on the first. They're going direct again. First 2 touches.
As you said, mate, it's an important 2 minutes now. That fatigue will start to set in as they come into the back end of the half, as we probably see a pretty good example of that there. But now it gives Rebels a chance to go 3-1 up now.
And it's such a difference, isn't it? Even if it's a 2-1 scoreline, it's opposed to a 3-1 scoreline. When it's tight, it's grinding in this game. It's an important facet here.
It's another mountain to climb at the end of the day.
Mike goes away from the sweeper. Bryce, nice short ball. Good defence coming in to make the touch. Here's Tiani.
Oh, that was
deep
it.
switch. I was almost about to say, it almost looked like Beck was just holding back, just happy to let that unfold. And then all of a sudden now, as we see a huge shot. Look at that. Quick tap straight away. We're off. Skylar Sampson.
Beck won't back down now too. Watch him make all 6.
I like that from Sampson, though. Came up against one of the best defensively there. Copped the shot. Got straight back up onto her feet. Took the tap and went again. Better running coming in. McLaren picks up. Oh, Murphy must have just been back to make the touch.
I had numbers on this long side here.
Now the Rebels deep down their end. Struggling here. Takarai plays it again. Murphy, they've got their whole team on this sideline at the moment. Now Fields just over their 10. Ashurst has to pick it up, and they can't get over their own halfway line. 45 seconds to go here. They've got to pull the trigger here, the Coast. This is a good chance right before the break.
This is it. This is, if there was ever a set of 6 to score, to really give yourself some momentum for the second half, this is it.
30 seconds to go. Still plenty of time. Get themselves set. Eldridge plays it, receives it back. Footwork, ball in one hand. There was play on calls. Ashurst makes the touch. She's onside. 5th and final. This is the last roll of the dice here for the Coast. You got to throw it around. And they give the football back to the Rebels. Watch them chance their hand here. Fields has a look down the left-hand side of the field. The hooter sounds in the background. Tight contest again here in the Women's Premier. The Gold Coast hanging in there down by 1.
They're playing well, the Gold Coast. Obviously, credit to them. And UQ playing very good brand of touch football, as they always do, with 2 great sweeper tries and 2-1 into the half-time. Gold Coast can definitely hold their head high, that's for sure.
Let's see if they can stick with the defending champions, the 3-time champs. The Gold Coast, they're in this one, 2-1 at half-time.
This grass looks smart, and it's tough enough to handle whatever you throw at it, so it stays looking smart. Tip Tough Hybrid Bermuda, the smart grass.
Welcome back to live action here at the Metro Cup. 2-1 is the halftime score in this round 5 fixture in the Women's Premier. The Rebels in front by 1. We can see the Gold Coast box. Their coach, Lauren Dayberg-Muir, over the other side. What do you think key messages here at the halftime break are for them, Kai?
I would be saying try and stop My as much as you can. Same with Files as well. They're just obviously a great team. I think the 2 tries that they have let in, they've both been sweepers and diving at the feet. I think they probably just need to make sure that middle, there's that step back a bit quicker and then up from the line. And I think they'll be in with a real chance coming into this second half. And
Rebels, on the other hand, different kind of setup for them tonight. They're light on numbers. They've got players playing into different positions. But these are the games that are really important in a 10-round season. Every win is vital. They get themselves into a position where, if they're a top 2 or whatever it is, they'll look back on games like this and say, well, everybody put their hand up and did that extra hard work, got that victory. That's what got us to this point.
That's right. And I think Rebels coming into this game 3 players down. They've only got 11 at the moment compared to what looks like Gold Coast 14 over the other side as well. It's a credit to them being 2-1 up as well. They obviously just need to come out and repeat what they did in the first half, and they should be running away with a victory.
Grand final replay in the Men's Premier to follow this match. The Country Club Colts taking on the UQ Rebels. Both teams in pretty good form as well. Surprise, surprise, they're sitting first and second in the competition at the moment. Mouth-watering contest coming up next.
Yeah, shock horror. They're both first and second. Two of the best teams at the moment in the competition. I really think this would be, if you're at home and you're young and you want to get into touch football, I would definitely be watching this game of football coming up.
Yeah, it's going to be an electric game, very fast, no doubt about that. Both teams will start to make their way out onto the field very shortly. Don't forget, if you want to get more information on the Metro Cup in competition, you can head to Brisbane Metro Touch's social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, and their website as well. You can get the ladders up to date and keep up to date with all of the competition. Having a 2-week break coming up as well. The National Youth Championships in Coffs Harbour coming up this week. Next week coming up. Looking forward to that one of the great competitions on the touch football calendar.
Do you get the call up for the microphone then? I hope so.
I will be heading down.
Beautiful.
Looking forward to that. Yeah, it's great competition. It's a unique competition as well, where you've got the school systems taking on our regional teams. We've got state teams as well. Western Australia, Victoria, Tasmania, ACT will be there. It's a massive event. The inclusion now, the under-12s, the 14s, the 16s. It's a huge carnival. You'll be able to check out all the coverage as well on KO Sports and Sky Sports Next. If you can't get down to Coffs Harbour, if you've got loved ones, family playing down there, make sure you tune in. KO all kicks off 10:30 this coming Wednesday. Looking forward to that one.
Man, it's definitely one that I had circled on my calendar when I was playing for CQ and Queensland and everything. It's such a good competition, especially for development as well. And not to sound old, but back when I was playing back then, they had New Zealand come over, which was really cool. And obviously you got your live streamed main field 1 games as well. It's definitely, if you are in the area down there, I'd be going down and have a look at that for sure.
And the Queensland all schools to follow the week after, probably the biggest touch football tournament in the world. What are they got? 500 teams these days?
Bulk teams, too many.
Unbelievable down there on the Gold Coast. So a couple of weeks, we'll take a break here from the Metro Cup. So important, like we said. Going into that break, you want to have a W next to your name, and that was almost a chance for the Rebels to get a try to theirs to kickstart this second half.
It was a very good set there in for the second half. looked very ominous, that long side, that long ball out there, but Gold Coast defended that really, really well, and they looked to exit here in a lot better fashion.
Yeah, they made changes nice and early too. It was around second touch, so they're going to get themselves into position. The back end of this set, nice strong running coming into the fifth and final touch now. As they come back on the inside and Haig just slings it over the top. There might have been a little bit of a chance there if Sampson stayed on the outside.
Definitely. That was a great set, as well as you were saying. It was well picked up from you, by the way. Well done. They got the second players on the second touch. It was, that early sweeper on. It gave them just that bit extra burst.
Ooh.
And now they've got an attacking set here. The Gold Coast, very good chance to get it back to 2-2.
Yeah, uncharacteristic error there from Britt Donovan. Just didn't come out of their hands. Just kind of flopped out like a wet fish. They turned the footy over. And Gold Coast, there's just a feeling about them tonight.
Yep.
They definitely are up for this game, and I think it's a good reflection of the coaching as well. Like, don't worry about who you're playing. These girls won the last 3 championships in a row. Let's go out and test ourselves.
Good set. That is still a great set regardless. They had three options there on 3 touches, and it took a lot of thinking from UQ there to really pull that defensive set off and keep it at 2-1.
Bryce plays it. Again, Murphy has to hold it up as the replacement players come on. Teakle eventually gets across. Murphy, it's into the last now as Mai picks him up. Throws a lovely left to right. Blade, open space, and gone.
That's a seed.
Can throw. Rebecca Mai. Again, when the set just didn't quite look as clinical here, just drags him, comes off that left foot, and ball into space. And Caitlin still had a bit of work to do. She caught it flat-footed, but she is lightning quick, and she was gone. A big dive in the corner.
It's very good. From, as you said, from somewhere in the middle there where there just didn't look to be enough momentum. They just found something, as they always do, UQ, and pulled it off.
Second try to Caitlin Blade as well for the evening. Rebels in front by 2. Here's the Gold Coast. Might have him on the short side. She's got fast feet. Ella Watkins.
Did if she kept going, I think.
Here's Mulherron. Plays it. And no options there from Shatali Mooney Stack.
Another great defensive set there from UQ. Just had that link right in the position there where it was either in the lane or could go both ways towards the middle of the link. It was really, really good.
Here's Donovan. Plays it on the Gold Coast 10. They got numbers again. They do get it out to Murphy. Comes back inside to Fildes. Fildes will stroll over. They just couldn't quite get the cover defence there in the end. And all of a sudden now, Rebels back-to-back tries here in the second half, and they're starting to find their groove.
Yeah, I think they found third or fourth gear now by the looks of things, and it was just really good inside play there from Fildes, just keeping inside and waiting for that ball, that possibility that they could come back on the inside. And it was the same setup play as they scored off the third try there as well, and just goes to show if you stick to what you know, it's not gonna hurt you.
Here's McLaren. Gets him a step inside. Nice work punching through from Sampson. Throwing some questions around. Sampson ball in hand again. Drives it forward. Oh, nice ball. Ooh. Over the top. Almost getting there. Lacey McLaren. A little bit of space. Oh. Jordan Randall gives a penalty.
Oh, I thought that was soft. I don't know about you, but that's...
He is cranky tonight.
Yeah.
It's his birthday. Someone get this guy a piece of cake or something. Yeah. A balloon, a streamer.
Maybe Zach hasn't given him his tip for the games on field 1. I don't know. It can go either way, those ones, even putting the ball back on the spot, even if they've asked for it. It's just dependent, unfortunate.
Here's Mai again. Nice ball, Teakle. Goes behind her. Gold Coast though, straight back onto the footy. Sampson across field. Here's McLaren. Been busy tonight. Nice ball there off the hip. Replacement plays are flowing on nicely. Isdale on the 10, just out of the fingertips And Michaela Robust trying to pick that one up from half. Here's Teakle. Murphy gets him over the halfway line. Throws it to Caitlin Blade. As Donovan get those fast feet going. Danger signs here. Bryce plays it. They continue to take advantage. Tiani picks up, looks for the switch back on the inside to Fields. And there was covering defence coming across from the coast. Too little, too late. She wanted to go inside. She wanted to go inside. She eventually leaks up with Lucia.
That's that key touch there, is getting that middle back offside, and just that Tiani Bryce has been everywhere this evening. She scored on a sweeper, 2 long balls, and that one there. They're playing footy at the moment, Rebels. It's good to watch.
Lucia gets her second.
A super sub.
Hasn't she had some impact since she arrived? Must be some heavy traffic in Brisbane or something like that tonight. But as soon as those bright pink boots hit that grass, they've had smoke coming off them. There's McLaren again. This time goes some footwork.
Oh, giving it.
Oh, there's that point.
That's it.
Ball down. And nice work there from McLaren. Like I said, we've called her name a number of times throughout this game. She's had her hands on the footy quite a bit. Right foot, left foot, slices in between. And might have been a player caught short of the line. This angle should show it.
That was it. And it's that right middle there was probably about 6 inches short of the line. And 6 inches, unfortunately, gives away a try.
So good fight back from the coast. Their second try of the game. Margin back down to 3. Big defensive set for them here. When you score down the other end, you don't want to keep leaking points and chasing on that scoreboard. Still 12.5 to go. Just under now. Takaro plays it inside the 7. Goes left foot. Shows it. They come up pretty comfortably in the end to make the touch.
Good defense again then from the Gold Coast, showing glimmers of really good defensive and attacking play there. You know, the last couple of weeks we've been talking about it, they're really starting to gel as a team, and you know, this game really proves it too.
Just having to step back to the mark. Takes a little bit of sting out. They'll look to reassess now. It's Watkins plays. Isdale looks up. They got all their numbers on the left, and the bat back from Haig just didn't quite come out of the hands. They're swatting it like it's a fly.
It was a good pull shot, wasn't it? Off the back
was.
foot.
Ran down to the boundary, 4 runs.
Well earned breather.
And both teams might just do exactly that. Just get the air back in the lungs. It has been really back and forth.
And it's sticky out here. Sticky's probably the only way to describe the air out here at the moment. It's not so much cold, but it's not so much hot. It's right in the middle, and sometimes it can really make it hard to breathe.
Here's Blade down the sideline. Nice work. Just by throwing that footy around, just gave them the opportunity to get replacement players back in. Play on's the call. Nice work from Isdale, though. She held her space. Game across to make the touch. Haig buries the head on the first. Get herself into half. Here's Waipuka. Scored the first try for the Coast. She takes a breather. Players offside, and they'll earn themselves a penalty for it.
Good listening. Very good listening. Get you an extra set of 6 coming into the line. Hopefully get it back to, you know, within 3. Very, very good listening.
Here's Lacey McLaren. Scored the last try for the Coast. Is she the one with the hot hand? Here she goes. Can they go back to back? Oh, just stop there on a dime. Almost tried to get him in underneath.
Thought she did.
She'll play it now on the last. Oh, they try to go back on the inside. Is this another penalty? For not?
You can't have.
No, forward pass. I thought we were going there again about not returning the ball. Well, it's a bit hard to not return the ball when you don't have it.
I was going to say, she was nearly at the dead ball line. You can't ping her for that.
Oh, Lockie's all over it. He knows what's going on out there. That's why we were up here.
That's right.
They're down there.
That's right. I'm grateful for that.
My. They're holding off her again. Just gets the ball down. Receives it back. Just slings one across. Almost connects up. Under 10 to go now. Colts and Rebels in the men's to follow. Boys will be warming up as we speak. And my again, just all arms, all legs, comes in, forces the mistake. How many times do you see that?
Big touch. Big
Scores
touch.
a lot of tries, well, sets up a lot of tries as well, ball in hand, but the amount of times that you regains possession for a team, particularly on touch one.
Yep. So that first defensive pressure, that first touch, really getting them off their feet. As she looks to set something up here, short side.
And Tucker diving in underneath. Nice touch. Jordan Renner will send them back out.
I actually know how old he is.
He is young, to be fair. I remember the olden days when I used to work at Queensland Touch. He came through the Jets referees program, and lovely ball. And Caitlin Blade gets a trifecta for tonight, her third try of the game. And I was old at that point, and he was only probably 14, 15, 16, I reckon, when he came through the Jets program. Great program that's still running here in Queensland and identifies the next up-and-coming crop of talent of young kids, referees, and I would dare say Lockley would have come through that program as well.
Very good chance of that.
So, no, he's in his 20s for sure. 40 Randall. 42 is a bit harsh. It's a slick beard, though. I'll give him that.
Yeah. There's bulk hair there. Jealous, actually.
Very jealous. Here they go. Robust. On the back foot here, the Rebels on the line. Haig will come back out and play it. We'll go down the short side and pin him into a corner.
Good set still. It's a good set, you know, getting them to finish in the very far-hand side of the corner. It's going to be tough for them to get it out of here if they can defend this correctly.
Rebels, though, happy to go down their sideline and pick up the penalty along the way. She taps and restarts. Into the middle they come. Good meters from Fildes. Donovan gets them going forward as well. Look out. Beck Momo's back out onto the park. Murphy, or they'll look at it possibly bounce out. She plays it. We'll go down for Momo. Comes back into Murphy. Can't reel it in. Gold Coast play on the 7.
Still a very good attacking set, that one. Finishing it right on their try line and looking to put the pressure on Gold Coast here as they come out of their line and they make a mistake and get away with it too.
Yeah, plays offside. Thought they might have been coming back. There was a flat ball from half. That was the offside call for the Rebels. McLaren and Isdale working together again in the middle here for the Coast. As Isdale plays it, steps short of that 7. McLaren comes back to Isdale. Nothing for them on the left. Haig pointing, picks up, pumps it, gets into the in-goal area. Who's there to make the touch? Who's there asking for the footy to get back?
Right. That's just smart footy, isn't it? Give yourself an extra 10, get it out to the left, and get off the field.
Tucker plays it on the 10. She'll come off for a breather now, Beck Momo. And what another amazing game she's had tonight. Led from the front in the skip up.
Nearly best on, I would think.
This young lady's been pretty good as well. Her Australian middle compadre, Tiani Bryce. Pretty handy when, at the moment, you got 3 Australian players out there. Sammy Joe's not here tonight. There's another one. They all play in the middle of the field.
Absolutely. Does help, doesn't it?
Here's Tiani popping around. Plays onside for the Coast. 5 to go. Ashurst, they go away from Fildes. Donovan skipping, can't get away, gets clipped on the boots.
If that's, yep, I was going to say, there it is, yeah. It's only missed the mark by what, 2 metres? And Randall's all over it.
Perker taps, they're up on Haig early. Struggling to get forward this time. Sampson comes out of the box. Will Heron plays it on the last. Robust looking for options. Nice ball off the back of it. They run over the sideline. Ball's down to the boundary again.
Yeah, save them. 4 minutes to go, Scotty. 6-2.
Yeah, it's an important last 4 minutes, isn't it? Again, they've just kind of got themselves into that familiar territory of score just running away from them in the second half, but
That's unfortunate.
I just feel this game's been a little bit different than some of their other ones. The scores in other ones have really kind of stretched away from them. No, it's 4 tries. They've still competed for this whole second half. Sometimes you've got to just give hats off. This is still a quality outfit, even though they're missing numbers tonight. Like we just mentioned, they've got 3 Australian players in this lineup still.
Oh, my days.
Here's my again, over the top. But I like the way they've competed tonight.
Definitely. And, you know, as I was saying at halftime, being 2-1, just 2-1 down against what is a class UQ outfit, you know, they can really give credit to themselves for staying in that grind and giving themselves a chance to really put them to the sword, and they've definitely done that in this second half as well.
They're flowing downfield pretty nicely now. That's flat. Referees have a look at each other. They continue to play on. All contact. Probably a good call in the end. Just got caught up right.
Who's made that last touch to give them a breather?
Who else? There she is yet again. This time dishing. Oh, snatching there. P. Murphy. Back goes forward yet again. Puts a Gold Coast player down on the deck on the way. It's going across field at the moment. The Rebels, they're all compressed together. This might be the last touch of the set, and they've got to come up and make that touch, and they eventually do. Yep, nice footy here, straight onto it. As Watkins plays it. Can they get more points? Finish this game off. Oh, we saw one from the Rebels at the start of the second half. This time, this one just flopped on out of those hands as well.
Yeah, 2 minutes to go. You can probably nearly chalk that down to fatigue as well. It's been a very fast game as well, the last 38 minutes, and it's just a bit unfortunate, really.
And this is the difference between a champion team, right? 2 minutes to go. You're up by 4. Put it back into first gear. But they just continue to play footy. They almost punch through then again. It's just relentless, and that's what sets aside champion teams like this compared to the rest of the pack.
And that's right. You know, you talk about champion teams and, you know, going the full 40 minutes, no matter what the score is, no matter how they're feeling, no matter who they've got left, champion teams will always put the opposition to the sword, no matter the score.
Haig on the last one. Couldn't get it down cleanly.
That ball must be a cake of soap out there at the moment, I would think.
Yeah, like you said, it would be really tricky conditions. We're sitting at about 21 degrees still at the moment. Like you said, it doesn't feel uncomfortable. It's quite nice actually here at the moment. Probably the first time I put the jumper down, put it on, I was like, oh no, it's a bit too warm tonight. And the players though would be finding it quite warm, quite sticky. 21 degrees.
Oh.
Now slicing it through. Tackle tries to play it out the back. Had some work to get to the try line in the end. She looks like she's pretty confident she got it down. The touch has come across to make it maybe just a step or two back from that try line. It was a big stretch to try and get there in the end.
Yeah, that was very well done to get there to start off with. God, I'm glad I don't have the whistle. I thought that was down. Fortunately, the girl on the back player there has just copped a knee to the back of the head from the winger, but that's all right. We move on.
She's back up onto her feet, and good to see. Positive set here as the clock winds down. 15 seconds to go. Last touch. Robust picks up, pushes it across, and they come up and make the touch on Mahurin. The penalty is given from Matt Lavery as well. My fittingly will tap it. She'll rip it long. She's looking for more points, of course. And they get the victory in the end, 6-2. The UQ Rebels, clinical in the second half. But again, we made mention of it. Gold Coast still looking for that first victory for their season, but they continue to compete in matches.
That's it. You can take a lot of positives away from that game for the Gold Coast. You know, they hung right in it, only 2-1 at half-time. You know, it's definitely a side that you don't want to be coming up against all week as this UQ Rebels team. You know, as we're saying, 3 Aussie players. they've done very well to keep it to 6-2, and obviously credit to the winners. UQ playing a very good game of touch football.
Yeah, Caitlin Blade getting 3 tries tonight. Lucia Files getting it 2 in the 6-2 victory in the end. Well, don't go anywhere. Grab your drinks, grab your snacks, get back onto the couch. Grand final replay coming up in the men's premier. UQ Rebels taking on the Country Club Colts. Stay with us.
This grass looks smart, and it's tough enough to handle whatever you throw at it, so it stays looking smart. Tiff Tough Hybrid Bermuda, the smart grass.
Welcome back. We've got the grand final replay from last year's Metro Cup coming up next. The UQ Rebels taking on the defending champs, the Country Club Colts. Started the season in perfect fashion. Probably as expected, they've got a great roster again this year. 3-0 to start the season for the Rebels. They sit in second position just behind them. The only loss they had was in round 1 against Redlands. As we take a look at the ladder, 2 top teams from last year's comp. Or the same again this year.
That's a for and against you, one up the top, isn't it? It's nice and comfy, gives you 8 there. Yeah, I think this would be definitely a very, very good game to watch if you are especially looking for, a proper game, fast game of touch football. This is definitely the one to watch.
A couple of more inclusions for the Rebels. They started a little bit light on, players coming off the back end of the World Cup. Country Club Colts again, strong lineup tonight. Players like Ryan Moffat's been in great form. Alex Condon, who we called, I think in round 3, had a really great game. Jordan Dart leads from the front all the time. Tim Bart's the Australian Mixed Open captain as well. Another strong lineup. Look for Kalis Brown tonight as well. Young up-and-coming star who's been doing it for a while in those lower grades, but he's really starting to come at the forefront here in the men's Premier Division as well.
Absolutely. It's you look top to bottom of that team, and there's just bulk Australian players, bulk Queensland teams players in there as well. As we look at the UQ Rebels as well, a couple of very, very strong names in there, and James Courtney and obviously Jake Knightley. I think he'll be definitely one to watch for them.
Yeah, Jackson Mills coming back into the lineup as well after playing at the World Cup in the Australian Mixed Open team. He's been over in the States for a number of months as well. His first game for the season. We'll see how the fitness levels are going for big Jacko Mills tonight and see how that engine is. He looks like he's in pretty good nick. I know if I was over in the United States for about 2 months, I would be looking vastly different than what Jackson Mills does at the moment. There is the lineup. Coach Jason Boyd, another coach recently named. He'll be back leading the Queensland Men's Open team, the defending champions. And Queensland Touch announcing their State of Origin coaches for next year's campaign. Jason Boyd back in charge of the men's lineup again for another Origin series. This is going to be electric. You'll be able to see it from the start how quickly this game will go.
Yeah, if I was sitting at home, I'd be strapping your ankles on the couch too.
Here we go. Blaze Prendergast has the first tap. Notley follows suit. Prendergast fast there. Hegetis having to reach from it from half. Notley pulls him back out. A nice defence in the end. Calm defence from the Colts. Led there by David Sen. He comes up and makes the touch coming into the last now. Prendergast rips a wobbly one out of the hands left to right. Ball hits the deck. Colts first possession with Matters. Picks up decent meters there on the first touch. Moffat follows suit. Here is Brown. One yellow boot, one pink boot. There's a look about him tonight. Kalis Brown. Here's Flynn diving in at the line.
You get them lost in the wash or something like that, or?
Oh, it's a fashion statement, baby.
I tell you what, you're more ahead of it than I am.
Now Prendergast gets some solid contact. As the Rebels will make some changes. Sharp feeds it to Searle. Here is Mills. Still looking sharp as attack. Andrew Searle now. Lovely left to right to Courtney.
Good touch footy so far from both teams, both back and forth action. You really expected it, as we said. You know, it was one of those matchups that you circle on your calendar if you're in both teams' compartments. And fortunately, Colts making a mistake coming out of line there gives the Rebels a first chance.
Here is Mills on the sweep. They got him beat. Mills, decides to throw it. He was there. He was pretty much over the line as he threw it. And a chance gone begging there for the Rebels to score their first points on the board.
That was it. Just put the ball down.
Yeah,
that was
had him
it.
beat, didn't they? Had him beat. Here's Bartz. As they get over the halfway line. Moffat now. Searle comes up and makes the touch. Here's Kalis. Nothing there. As Andrew Searle makes the touch on the boots.
It's a good defensive set, that too. Really shutting down what is a very good player in Kalis Brown. Another very good exit as well.
They hold up the Rebels. Nice touch there from Butler. Bell plays it on the halfway line. Miscommunication there. Ball down on the deck. A couple of mistakes from both teams. Early jitters. Oh, now Moffat juggles it, pulls it back in. That was Ryan. This is Hayden.
They damn near look the same, don't they?
Now Matters plays it. Moffat plays it out the back. Ball hits the deck. Both teams just working their way into the game at the moment.
Absolutely, yeah. It just looks like we're talking about in that girl in the women's game as well. The ball looks like a cake of soap out there at the moment. Doesn't look very easy to hold.
Here's Kelso. Again, he had a little snatch at it as well. Notley, good contact on Notley. Too much. The two number fours coming across together there. Sen throws his head back. Thought he had him made there. Almost looked like he did get caught a little bit upright coming into that one. Jake, as the ball spills, they're going to get another penalty. Jenrick blows the whistle again.
P will fall out of that thing soon. He's blown it that hard, but they've done very well to get two attacking sets now. As they look to get the first one on the board.
Prendergast will come back.
Good defense there. Not much to get past Moffat.
Here's Notley skipping. Throws it back in to Hegedus. Prendergast shows it to Notley. Gets it to the in-goal area. Slices them through. Looking for support. Any support. Looks for Courtney. Touch has been claimed. Referees holding things up momentarily. Freshwater. How did he see it? Touch has been made. And the penalty given as well.
Lots going on there.
There
Lots
is
to confirm.
everything happening out here.
God, it's only been 4 minutes.
Little push off the ball. You can probably see Lockie Freshwater in the background just communicating with the Colts bench there. It's a little push. Gives the penalty and another set of 6 here to the Rebels. Notley happy to sling it across to Prendergast. They're toying with them at the moment. And Hegedus, as Foxcroft looks to bat it back in. There's hands on heads here in the UQ box in front of us. Not the play I don't think that they were looking for.
It's a good roll.
Here's Hayden Moffat.
Great roll.
They'll get over the halfway line now. As Bartz makes his way onto the field. Manis gets turned in underneath. Blacken plays it. Brown can't pick it up cleanly. Throws the hand up. Get us through the hands. Prendergast. Walker, shy of the 10. Mills gets it down. Shoved off the ball as Bell goes flat. It's a nice ball, but just had to juggle there. And Jackson Walker to reel it in. Just gave that extra second or two for Kalis Brown to come across and make the touch.
A lot of back and forth footy so far at the moment. It's exactly what we said was going to happen. And obviously, God, that's not good coming out of your end. Unfortunately, Bartsy putting one down there. Once again, giving the advantage to UQ to go 1-0 up.
It's been a fast 6 minutes. No one troubling the scoreboard as of yet.
I feel like it's only been 2.
They go away from the sweeper. Walker just threading it through.
No.
I think they were looking to claim that it came off the back of one of the Colts players. You can see Andrew Searle there having a chat to Lockie Freshwater.
And a chat too. Keep going.
Let's have a look at the replay here.
Watch Bartsy at link here. Watch the Colts left link. Just up, in, hold. Very good defence there to make him commit that touch.
There's a good call from the referees, and it wasn't a ball to throw, so you'd hate to see a team almost gain possession back.
Absolutely.
From a play like that, referees look like they got that one right regardless. Condon in from half. Nice work.
Wow. Oh,
Moffat. Bell. Makes a great touch coming out of the left wing position. Moffat will come back after retrieving the footy from the picnic blanket behind the in-goal area. Here he is again. He sends it out to Hooper.
I'd hate to be a link hole here.
Throws a lovely left to right. Fahrenkamp slings it back on the inside to Dart, and the ball's going forward.
That's the setup they want, though. That's the Colts' bread and butter. Just that setup for that 4-on-3, and fortunately giving away a penalty in the middle there. Not what they wanted.
Heavy contact on the first touch. Much softer on the second one there after Moffat gave the penalty away. He's always trying to claim possession back by saying no touch was made. Referees play on. Here's Madden. Comes back infield. Madden scoops with the left. Loops it out to Sharp in the corner. Puts his foot over the line. Now Kelso slings it out the back. Dart had only one thought in his mind, and that was getting to the interchange area.
I reckon I'm with him too, just quietly.
Absolutely.
I was gone.
Vanderwell plays it, receives it back. He's got fast feet as well. And Dart comes up to make the touch. Prendergast back out onto the field. They come out to Kelso. There's no touch made as of yet. Happy to throw the footy around at the moment, the Rebels. Kelso, Madden, short side. They've got him covered. Condon makes the touch. Back in to Madden, who jinks and dances. They play it now, last touch. Prendergast ball out in front to Sharp, who has to catch it, put it down. And that is a classy bit of footy. And it took a little bit of time, almost 10 minutes to get our first try on the board, but Sharp crosses over for the Rebels.
That's, we said that at the start of the game. That's what we expected. And, 4-on-3 setup, pick up, and that's just one of the flattest right to left balls you'll probably ever see.
First try here to the Rebels. James Sharp scoring the opener. Moffat plays it. Brown comes back to Moffat. He links up with David Sen. Just working towards a set play at the moment here, the Colts. Sen goes to Brown, left foot, comes back to David Sen. They got him on the back foot. Rebels force them back to the 7. And they look for the little short ball. And they'll get pinned here, I think. They're happy to let them play it. Look like Matters just dropped the ball down and let it roll through the in-goal area.
They won't be stressing here, the Colts, though. They know it's only 1-0, and there's just over 10 minutes being gone. There's still a lot of touch footy to be played here. Just need to get out of this set.
Moffat claims the no touch. Referees play on. Got to see those ones clearly to play that penalty. Walking out.
Oh,
Brown was up in the line. Had a good look at it.
had it right there, didn't he? He would have gone the length and no one would have caught him too.
Now on the flip side, they've got to defend their line. Full set of 6. Rebels looking to go up by 2. Mills puts the brakes on. Here's Searle getting players into position. Mills again, goes away. Searle just flops one out to Courtney. It's ball out in front of him. It'll be a forward pass.
It's a great setup there for that little QB off the sweeper. And Long's always the play usually with that. And had the right setup, just the execution just unfortunately wasn't there. And God, that's great meters.
Just having to come back to the mark though. Just halts him momentarily. Caleb Matters plays it. Bart's onto the park. Glacken, nice work from Flynn. Condon had it. He had it. He lost it in the end. Just a few too many mistakes in the first half here from the Colts, hasn't it?
It's very un-Colts-like, I'll be honest. 1-0, as I said before, you know, they won't be too stressed. You know, they've been in these positions before a lot, and you know, that's what they kind of train on at the moment. And you know, they'll be looking to really put a solid stop to them as they come in for this 5th and last here. Long short side, nothing going. It's a good defensive set from the Colts.
Here's Bart's on the second. Glacken will play it just over their 10-metre line. Dart out of the box. Ryan Moffat. Little pop-out play with Hayden. They pick up good metres downfield. Beautiful pick-up from Hayden. Moffat slices in between defenders. Comes back to Hooper. Wow. How slick was that?
I fell for that dummy up here, as I have done every time he's thrown it. That little A there really set them up. The inside ball back for the 4-on-3 setup, and just had everyone there and just held it. The middle went looking, and he hadn't even thrown it. And Hoops is right there to clean things up. 1-1.
Back into the game, the Colts. They really did that flow off that little pop-out play. The Moffats coming together in the presence of mind to go back inside. They just continued. They picked up 20, 30 metres just by running that little play themselves. They're going to get a penalty here, the Rebels.
See, that would have come out of the Moffat playbook.
Straight from the backyard, that one. I think Mrs. Moffat taught them that play. She's very good. Comes up with all the tactical plays. Definitely wasn't Chris Moffat, the old man, I can tell you that much.
He'll claim it. He's over there in the box now. He'll claim it.
Big bomb out to Courtney. He just runs out of real estate. He has to sling it back on the inside. Momentarily, they got players out of position here defensively, the Rebels. The Colts got straight back onto the footy.
There's the roll they need. The 3rd touch on halfway. Look for a half here pick-up.
To come back and play it, though. As Glacken tries to get away. That was an awkward one. They try and get the ball down on the deck, and they'll concede that set.
Haig did a really good play holding that ball up to make sure he didn't get that clean touch on the 5th and last, and it's given them an advantage coming out of their line now. Nothing on the last, and the Colts are doing a really good job of holding them to here.
Nice little inside ball from Hegedus to Prendergast. He's got them back on the front foot. Searle picks up, loops it out. Sharp, a couple of steps behind that one.
Won't be the finish they're looking for, the Rebels. Kind of probably 10, 15 metres off where they kind of should be finishing that set. Gives, well, as we say, you know, a 10-metre advantage to the Colts so they can have second touch near on halfway there.
Happy to roll downfield in this set. Ryan Moffat picks up the pace. Here's the try scorer, Sean Hooper, plays it on the 7. Condon rips nicely out the back, just couldn't quite get that ball out. It was a tough one to take, hands up in the chest and trying to netball past that one out in one motion.
There was that little passive play as well, you know, holding at that right link there, and Condon threw an absolute seed to get it there to him. And unfortunately, just if he had the hands out in front, it would have been 2-1.
They're in trouble here, the Rebels, and they smell blood in the water. And Damon does a great job to get away from Hooper and get them back on the front foot as Notley gets them over the halfway line. Madden plays it. Not least, skips. Oh,
Donk.
one person he didn't want to hit with the footy. It was Streeter. Comes off the shoulder there.
I think that's the old Mario Fennick, that one. I think it bounced off his forehead. But
Falcon.
he's the last person you want to see with the ball in hand on 5th and last, Notley, that's for sure.
Here's Brown. Set it up for Bartz, who goes early. Oxcroft picks it off. Looks to take away. Manners does a good job to stick with him. 0 touch. Madden tries to squeak away on the outside, just getting the ball down on the mark as Walker plays it now. Kelso. Oh, that's flat back on the inside. They continue to play on. Walker. 1 touch to come. Higgins pulls back and goes into the middle. Dancing away. Now Prendergast somehow still manages to get into the in-goal area. There's players colliding off the ball. The ball hits the deck. There's fingers pointing.
There's 10 blokes in the corner there, mate. There's a lot going on.
They're going to get a repeat set. And Prendergast coming up with something out of nothing there. It wasn't the greatest of sets for them, and the polish on the back end, and all of a sudden Prendergast from half though, slicing them through. Big set of 6, 3 minutes to go. The scores looked at ones. They go away from Mills, they come back out to Courtney. Just hasn't had a good clean look tonight, James.
He will, it'll come. It's just when it will be, but both teams looking really good at the moment, playing a fast brand of footy. We're 17 and a half minutes in. And it's been very good footy to watch at the moment.
There's Brown. He just puts the foot down. Gets him going forward yet again. Nice ball
Bounce.
movement.
6.
Comes off. Courtney has to have a play at it.
It's exactly what they needed. There, the Colts. It gives them a fresh set of 6 with 2 minutes to go. As you said, they won't be phased here. They're looking to get one on the board now.
Here's Flynn Matters. Hayden Moffat will play it. Glacken diving in at the line early. Looking for offside players.
Onside.
Matt Lavery's just having a bit of a chat with everybody.
Yeah, lovely.
There's the point to the spot. Nice work from Condon. He knew what was up. Because there's a bit of a suspicious play going that early dive nice and early. He just heard the call, got his body down nice and low. And it's a tough one to take when you've actually got an offside player.
So look at that middle there is what, near on 2 metres offside. So it's a great play. They run that little splitter on the far side and keep that that right link honest. And they've done a good job there to get it to 2-1.
Rebels will be looking to hit back. Just over a minute to go before the break. And Streeter shows it. As Madden picks up, threaded through nicely. Colts regain possession. I'd love to go to the break. There's players colliding. They're into each other here at the moment. Referees are happy to let this one play on. They're letting the boys sort it out at the moment. He's sent. It's good contact from Madden. Nice ball from Brown. Flick ball out the back. They come up and make the touch as it was thrown.
Keep watching for Colts to keep running that passive link all game. They know that Rebels are going to keep throwing that high link up on the far side, and they'll just keep running that little bit deeper and just set themselves up.
Nice footwork there from Walker coming off that right foot. Prendergast back on the inside. Play on, calls from Lavery.
Big 15 seconds.
I won't be too disappointed to give the penalty away. It gives the Rebels quick touch and a nice tap and go here as well.
No, he's not.
What would I know? That's a terrible time to give a penalty away. You got an attacking weapon like this Rebels team. They just tapped it and they just went straight away. They just looked like they just clocked off here, so they gave the penalty away.
Yeah,
you can see Matters here. He's going, I'm in trouble here.
And then he's the last person you want to touch the football. Is that Jake Knightley? And the evasiveness and the awareness to know where that winger was, to move his body to get it out the way, that is a key try to have coming into the halftime at 2-2.
And it's a fitting score as well going into the halftime break. Really nothing separating these two teams. And it's going to be a massive second 20 minutes. We'll see who can take this round 5 victory. Stay with us. More to come here from the Metro Cup.
This grass looks smart, and it's tough enough to handle whatever you throw at it. So it stays looking smart. Tip Tough Hybrid Bermuda, the smart grass.
Welcome back to live action here at the Metro Cup, and we've got a game on our hands here, locked up at 2 tries apiece in the grand final replay from last year's Metro Cup Men's Premier competition. It was a strange old first half though, wasn't it, Kai? It just took a while for both teams to kind of find their groove a little bit. Some uncharacteristic mistakes on both sides of the park. We saw a little bit of better footy, a bit more clinical towards the back end of the half there, coming into the break.
Yeah, that's right. I think really both teams, as we look over to Country Club there, Bartsy Bark and Orders, they're very composed coming into this second half now. With both coaches having a word to both teams, I think there's going to be some fireworks in this second half, really put the foot to the floor.
Completing sets will be important for both these two teams. And it almost becomes like a war of attrition in the end when we've seen these two teams in history where it's just gone set for set for set, completing sets, and eventually one of them kind of cracks. If one of these two teams can just control that football again and continue to mount pressure, they're probably going to go the right way about taking the victory tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's all about holding that ball and just being real patient with it and not trying to rush things first and second touch. And once you've got your chance, you throw your chance up there. And obviously, with both teams here, no favouritism towards the Colts, but the Colts will know how Rebels will defend, and the Rebels will know how the Colts will attack, and there will just be that back and forth footy for the next 20 minutes. So this will be definitely a half to watch and take notes on.
Yep, as we mentioned, it's mid-season break after tonight's round 5, the National Year Championships kicking off down in Coffs Harbour on Wednesday, and the Queensland All Schools the following week. A lot of the players that are in the Metro Cup in the lower grades and quite a few in the premiers play in both those competitions, so we take a little mid-season break. Just helps to freshen everybody up, and then all of a sudden we come back and it's like the competition really starts again as these teams make a run towards the finals at the back end of the comp.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you actually just saw that. Matty Lavery just threw a 20 or 30 metre flick pass straight to that was clinical.
Bang.
Hey?
I think he's chatting as well.
He knows it.
With Sharpie on the side.
He knows it. But no, it's a very big 2-3 weeks here for BMTA and obviously for Queensland Touch as well. And as you were saying, it's two of the biggest competitions that Queensland will offer up for touch football apart from NTLs. And it's definitely that a lot of these players will be attending. And even as we talk about all schools as well being held here, there's 19, 20, 21 fields of touch being played here for 3 days. It's definitely growing and developing the game, that's for sure.
Both teams are ready to go here in the second half.
Ready.
And nothing separating them coming into the break. Let's see how this second 20 minutes unfolds. Last year's champs, tap and restart. Glacken. They'll have a little trick play here from the tap off, you would think. Here's Brown. They go away from him though. Come down that right-hand side. A similar play to what they ran in the first half to start. Now ball out.
That was it.
He's about 7 foot tall, but even he found that one tough to reel in.
Yeah, it didn't look like he let go of that one cleanly, Condon, unfortunately. The chance was there to throw the ball, and hopefully they can get a good defensive set here and stop the roll that UQ have got.
Working for their meters. Their first possession here in the second half, and this will help them. Caught short.
Just a little bit of complacency there from Brown, and he knows it as well. It's just that hand-up accountability, but it just gives that extra 4-5 touches exactly where they don't want it.
There's Walker. Comes back infield to Searle. Kelso from half. They're up on Walker. Nice touch there from Flynn Matters. They're just confirming the touch count. Last touch of the set coming up now. Searle, they're slipping over, and Verenkamp comes up and makes a big touch there on Walker.
That's a big touch, that one. Wouldn't hate to have it at 3-2 there on that side, but this is a great exiting set now for Country Club as they take it to the far side and third touch for halfway.
There's Ryan Moffat. There's Hayden, comes in, puts the foot down, and there's a touch being claimed here from Mills. Goes back on the inside. They're going to give this to the Colts. Freshwater's happy with it. Points to the spot. They just couldn't compete there with the speed of Moffat coming out of half. Let's see what happens here in the replay. Mills had his hand up straight away. I'm guessing he must have been caught short.
Yeah, by the looks of that, he is probably, I'm going to say a good 2 or 3 metres short there, and that's just very good listening there from Hayden Moffat as well, as you should get out of an Australian player. And exact same try in the second half for Hooper.
Gets his second for the match. Colts back in front. There's Streeter. Plays it on the 7-metre line. Ball out to Van Wout. He'll step in, receive it back. Throws a nice ball out in front of Sharp, though. Had some purchase on that one.
Definitely had a bit of rotation on that, didn't it? It's a good defensive set there from the Colts. Now they've got the advantage, 1 up. They'll be looking to put the foot down here and really try and pull away from UQ as far as they can. Get a good clean exit set here as well. Hopefully put one on the board off the back of that.
Caleb Matters. It's away from Courtney. He comes back to make the touch. There's Flynn. Plays it to Brown.
Oh,
bang,
dear.
Left foot. Slices away. Nice recovery from Streeter to come back at him. And they get the penalty for not returning the ball as well.
We saw that in the game before. The referees are all over that at the moment, not returning the ball on the mark. And it's just a little bit of complacency. And, God, that's great.
Comes back the other way this time.
Sneaky, that.
Oh, the old no touch.
That's their psych. Pull away. It gives Country Club now a chance to go 2 ahead.
Moffat's slinking up in the middle. Here's Ryan, takes him on. They looked short of the line again. Hayden's pointing. Lavery sending him back. Doesn't look happy with the call. Ryan doesn't even know where the footy is at the moment. He thought that was a meat pie for sure. They get sent back out. Ball out in front. Nice touch from Kelso. Just a step too quick off the line.
There's good options there at the moment for Country Club, really showing some options as well. Be looking for a lot of this to run through Moffat now.
Nice touch from Bell.
Well, one of the Moffats, there's 2 of them there.
And here they are, looking to combine now as it comes out of the hands. And Hayden looked a good step or 2 short there, and now they've
done it
turned
again.
it away. Can you believe it? They're getting frustrated here in front of us, the UQ bench. Definitely now, Hayden pushing in the back. Well, you said there might be a few sparks. All of a sudden, it is lit up here in the second half between these 2 teams as Prendergast picks up great meters and gets them on the front foot. Look for their experienced players now.
I don't think it's just sparks. I think there's a forest fire out here at the moment. There's lots said between both benches by the looks of things.
Nice pick up from Walker. Space. Foxcroft bounces it back.
No.
Oh, Notley goes to reverse flick.
God, that was an interesting minute and a half, that was.
Had absolutely everything there. What else have we got here in the second 20? Oh, Hooper.
Oh, dear, and giving it.
Now, both teams just need to be onto this now. The referees are really pulling them back. Not pulling them back further than what they should need to go, but they just seem to be a step or two in front. And the referees, they'll just keep blowing the penalty here if they can't get themselves back on side.
That's it. They just need to play smart footy, both teams here. Just really listen to the referees and really make sure they're doing the 1%ers correctly. And, you know, at the end of the day, the smartness, I think, from both teams will prevail, but they just need to find something.
Here's Condon, throws it. Nice, Ferencamp, great hands. Right in front of Zach Jendrick, who gives it the all clear. And that is a ripping try from the Colts. Good finish as well from Ferencamp, dipping down on him late.
Absolutely. Yeah, Condon picks up big 4-on-3 play here, and he's obviously very well known for that. And perfect J-line from the winger to get out of the touch frame, and it puts them 2 ahead.
Biggest margin of the game so far. It's the defending champs who have the scoreboard in their favour at the moment. The Rebels need a point. Big left to right out to Sharp, who tries to slap it back on the inside. Forward pass is the call.
See a little momentum change now, Scotty. I think if you can see, Country Club are just a lot more controlled with their footy after that minute-and-a-half frenzy. It just seems to be that little momentum shift towards Country Club's way, which has now changed back.
You were due.
Mate, I'm on one, aren't I?
This is a big set of 6 here for the Rebels.
Definitely.
Oh, Courtney almost going down the sideline. Butler sends him back. I've got you back there, champ. Off you go.
It would have been a champ thrown there too, I reckon, as well.
Oh,
bread and
players
butter.
love that. Let's see what they go with. Prendergast plays it. They come back. The Searle ball out. Courtney's not there. Just lacking that polish tonight. Oh, Damon's been sent to the sideline here because the earrings are still in.
Oh, God.
Fashion comes first.
Well, it does these days, apparently. I don't know about you. Good exit set here from the Colts. Really look to put themselves in a bit of a role for the last pickup.
A short ball.
No.
Glacken takes the bump. Notley, though, dangerous when he picks these intercepts off. They get across to make the touch on him. It's a 0 touch from the intercept as well. Condon there jumping through the ruck. Good penalty. Even from Matt Lavery, had no choice.
That's smart footy there as well from UQ, just knowing that there's going to be 2 shooting up, someone's going to run through this ruck, and that's how it's ended up, and they've given themselves a fresh set of 6.
Here's Bell steadying the ship. Mills back out onto the park. Plays it. Hops
dear.
in the footwork and the short ball, and there's been no touch made there. That is ridiculous from the Rebels.
Wow. Okay, that's good touch football. I mean, just a step up pick from Harp, left, right, short, and then an inch away from a touch there, but just the evasion as well. From Hegg to get away from Kalis Brown and put them within breathing distance.
Back down to 1. Important defensive set.
Inside.
Moffat back into brother Ryan. They come across and make the touch on him. Rebels diving desperately on their line. Hayden this time goes away from him, gets into the in-goal area. Dart looking to bounce off. There's players going all over the place. Smart footy there from Butler just to slap it across as he had cover defence coming across on him. And the Rebels get straight back onto the football.
It's a big set this as well, just to try and stop a bit of roll.
Ooh.
That's what we needed.
Madden looking to link up with Sharp. Sharp only had one thought in his mind, and that was for Madden to go down.
I think he was thinking for a breather as well.
They'll burn some touches down the left-hand side of the field. Here the Colts. As replacement players come onto the park. One being Tim Bartz, David Sen as well. And Caleb Matters pops off that right foot nicely. The ball out to Verencamp. They'll just steady the ship. Here the Colts as they play it again. Oh, straight in. Can't question that decision.
No, I definitely reckon that's 6 to go. Just between me and you.
Fair call.
Yeah. That was a good setup there as well. They've gone back to that pet 4-on-3 setup, and you just need to be a little bit more controlled here in the middle and find some sort of awareness.
Here's Mattis. Oh, they hold off him. He's almost slipped in.
Oh, dear.
No, they have gone through. Freshwater again. Jackson Mills can't take a trick with referee Freshwater tonight.
He was all over that one, wasn't he?
Just held.
Yeah, middle set up here. Had Searle on the outside, step back in and miss, and I think one of them, if not two of them, were offside. So big try there for Caleb Matters.
Get that buffer back. Up by 2. Here's Prendergast. No touch made as of yet. Hegedus coming back in. His Southwest Queensland teammate. Who rips out to Sharp. They put it back through the hands now. It's Kelso. There's players down. They've got a numbers advantage somewhere. What a ball! Let's come out of the hands forward. They will come back for the penalty first.
That was it. That was it. That was the exact setup they wanted. Had the middle fall down in the middle of the play of the ball, and it gives them another chance now.
Just over 8 to go. Still plenty of time and footy left to play in this one. Nice ball to Kelso. Still touches to work with here for the Rebels. Notley outside that 7-metre line. Hegedus comes back into Prendergast. They've got some space on the right to work with. Nice slide defence from Bartz. Matters comes up and makes the touch. Notley, footwork again. Sharp pops it back in. Kelso sends it back over to Sharp again.
Bartsy's all over there at link. The winger's done a very, very good job there of holding and making sure that tap back inside was defended as well. And just the exit now. That's just very clean.
Yeah, nice ball movement. And wraparound plays. Gets them downfield. Dart plays it. Notley flying through the air.
Oy.
Oh, fooled everybody there. Might have even fooled his brother Hayden on that one.
Oh, and they've got 6 more.
Look at them quick play the ball. They're ready to go again.
What page of the playbook is this?
Short-sided Dart who burrows in underneath. Rebels jerseys over there to make the touch. Hayden's going for a breather. Condon back onto the park. Ryan plays it, receives it back, comes back to Condon. Notley comes up and makes a big touch from the left link position. Take his time to get the footy back here, Alex Condon.
Once again, smart football, to be quite honest with you.
This gives him a quick breather, gives him an opportunity to work out what attacking play they're going to go with. Coming into the last now, Brown bombs early. Farrencamp's got him done. All high fives here for the Colts. They're stretching away with it.
That's just very good attack. And Kalis Brown, very good ball right to left there as well. Pick up, had the shut. Everyone's there. Passive link, and he's just decided, well, I'm just going to throw it over everyone.
Second try for Nick Farrencamp. Stretching away now on the scoreboard, the Colts. Players all over the place here at the moment. Came out of the hands forward first. Matt Lavery signals exactly that. They'll take their time yet again here, the Colts.
Ball's ended up over in that corner a fair few times now, hasn't it?
Has been. We might need some ball kids or something like that sitting down in that corner to sling that footy straight back. Always got the hills to contend with here at Whites Hill.
It's right there in the name, isn't it?
Named, isn't it?
Yeah. All over it, aren't we?
Here's Moffat. Footwork. Short. Oh,
great listening.
He was away.
That's a listening as well from Moffat. That's just smart footy, knowing that they had both middles offside and running at them and making them make the decision. And as they throw a sweep around here early, and gets up, makes a touch.
Matters comes back, plays it on the 7. Moffat now. Dart switching in. Oh,
No.
footwork off the left. He's sharp. They still haven't made contact. They do now. Dart feeds it to him again. This time skips, dives in late at the line. And
Darty.
Jordan Dart just marlins his way over into the in-goal area. Slaps it down. Try time, baby.
It was a little silly salmon to get across the line there, wasn't it? There's lots going on in the air, just with nothing on. Hayden looks for County's setup and just steps back, and that's a real skill to be able to do, is that dive and also pass mid-dive. And talk about skill. Darty's had a handful of it.
Well, actually, it's very smart footy. You can see him just bending his body away from the defender.
Yeah.
Just flew through the air like a majestic creature.
That he is.
And it's been some second half here from the Colts. And diving in nice and early. As Condon makes the touch.
They've seemed to have an answer for most things now, the Colts, for what UQ have thrown. Is they throw a sweeper short side, bomb short.
And players called offside here for the Colts. As Kelso just strolls over to score that one. Let's take a look at the replay.
Yeah.
We can see Condon was up out of the line.
I think he wanted that right in the hands then. I thought he was going to throw the lane to him, but just held it up enough there, Searle, and hit short, and it's just slightly out of position there. Puts a bit of breath in the lungs of UQ. And there's
Sabadia
7 blokes on the field.
from the tap off.
That's cardinal.
Well, I don't think since we've seen the rule changes, I've seen that happen.
No,
7 on from the tap off.
it has been a very long time since I've seen that.
I suppose even before the rule changes, that would have been a penalty regardless. You can't start with 7 players on the field.
Promise we're not cheating.
You got a little handy margin on the scoreboard. Let's see if we can get another player out there. Takes a little deflection. Repeat set.
Condon wanted that lane again. He's going to pick one soon enough. If he keep throwing it this way, 2 minutes to go. 3 in it.
As Higgett is pointing, directing, trying to get players into position. Penalty.
Yeah, got it.
Moving forward. They're camped. They're trying to wind the clock down. Q is halfway in the rack at the moment for the Colts. Under 2 to go. Here's Higgett back inside. Prendergast plays it. Higgett feeds him again. Footwork here from Prendergast, sliding into the line. They're forced to come back out again.
He's looked really good all night tonight. It's a bit unfortunate they just haven't had the time to actually go to him for most of it. But as they go, oh, what a ball. Oh, that was it.
Sums their night up to a tee, doesn't it?
It does.
Open pastures, no one in front. Poor old Jackson Walker there, slapping the hands.
It's the best ball I've seen Notley throw in 2 weeks, and it was right there too. And as Country Club come out of the line here, it's at a speed where you can, as you said before, you can nearly put the Q in the rack now. Well, that was questionable.
Moffat again slings it back out. And looking for a repeat set. They won't get one. They'll come back to the mark to tap and restart. They get his taps now. Into the last 60 seconds. Can they finish the game off strongly here, the Rebels? Meanwhile, they look to come down the sideline. Nice work from Mills coming back in. They've got 4 players around the honeypot at the moment. Mills picks up, goes from half, needs support. Damon's there to link up with him. We'll put that down to those 2 players alone. Great little set play coming out of the box there. They worked it nicely. They went the sneaky play. It was beautiful ball back on the inside from Mills originally. They just kept on going with it here.
That's it, yeah, just those quick 3 or 4 steps there to get through the line. And yeah, Country Club Colts never really had anyone back there for that. And makes the for and against a little bit easier for them. But Country Club just a bit better in the second half tonight to pull away with the win.
Hooter sounds in the background. And the defending champs have done it again over the UQ Rebels. 7-5 final score. And those boys that lifted the title last year, they go into the break, the mid-season break, undefeated.
Yeah, it'd be good to put the feet up with an extra couple of points on the board there. They just pulled away in that second half, just looked a little bit cleaner than what the Rebels did, and just finished off a little bit better as well. And you know, as we said towards the last kind of 3 minutes there with that link hole that Jake Knightley threw, it's just been the story of the night for the Rebels, unfortunately.
Well, the champs get it done tonight, going into the break. Like we mentioned, 2 weeks off from the Metro Cup. Plenty of footy still to come, though, coming up. The National Youth Championships kicking off on Wednesday. Queensland All Schools the week to follow. And we'll be back with round 6 at the Metro Cup. Hope you enjoyed the coverage tonight. On behalf of Kyle Leggett and myself, Scott McAllister, it is good night.
This grass looks smart, and it's tough enough to handle whatever you throw at it, so it stays looking smart. Tip Tough Hybrid Bermuda, the smart grass.